All right, guys. Sorry about that. Had some technical difficulties, so I went from my iPhone to my iPad to my iPhone. In case you missed it, the last person that we had was a Darren Jackson, had the glue on the back, and then we threw away the puzzle piece. Then we got a Nolan Ryan Diamond King. Then we got a 5000K Nolan Ryan right behind it. And this is actually off to the side. And I'm not sure if this is, let me look at the paper that we had for our errors. I think this is a correct one. So this is a correct one. So this is a good one, but it's centered to the left some. So, Nolan Ryan 5000K, so we'll set that there because that was one of the ones we were looking for. Now, we got Ted Power, Mike Dyer, Steve Sachs MVP, Brady Anderson, Jeff Houston, Steve Lombardozzi, Xavier Hernandez, Cal Ripken All-Star, Tim Leary, Alejandro Pena, Neil Heaton, a Mike Lacoste, and a Scott Sanderson. All right, and now this is the last pack of the first half. So I don't know what it was. I think I know what it is because when I ordered my my iPad, I got only 128 gigs. I should have got more, but I didn't think it would be that hard. But then I started making videos and ended up doing my videos in 4K, and I was like, man, that's using a lot of memory. So I dumbed it down all the way to 720. So the card in the back was a Chris Sabo that had the glue issues on it, so we'll set that off to the side. Then we got that. All right, we got a Terry Steinbach All-Star, Alex Sanchez Rookie, Tom Filer, sorry, let me get him where you can see him. Wow, these are upside down. Haven't had this problem yet. Kevin Gross, Dave Henderson, Jim Eisenreich, John Farrell, Ellis Burks, Mike Boddicker, Don Slott, Jeff Blauser, David Cohn, Phil Bradley, Steve Rosenberg, and a Lou Whitaker Diamond Kings. That's cool. All right, so now we're on the, bring these down a little bit so you can see where we're pulling from right there. And I don't want to zoom out some, but I'll zoom just a shade just so we can see the packs. So, all right. Charles Krim. Let me zoom back in so we can see better. Charles Krim. That was the one on the back. Scoot that down, get those out of the way. And we got the puzzle pieces. So we got a Greg Gagne, Jimmy Key, Harold Reynolds, Mike Fetters, Paul Kilgus, Greg Jeffries, Glenn Braggs, Don Robinson, Rafael Belliard, Gene Harris, Will Clark, Bill Duran, Alvin Davis MVP, Devon White, and then we got a Mike Bilecki. If you can hear the rain in the background, my lovely wife is actually probably getting caught in it right now because she went on her nightly walk and then she went to the store. So my poor girl is getting it tonight. She's being deluged by rain, so it's nothing I can do to save her. It's just something she's going to have to deal with. So when she comes in mad and irked in a little bit, we know why right now. So Megan's outside. I'm talking to my son. Megan's outside doing her nightly walk. and this storm. Time to go to bed. Okay, guys, the one that was in the back was a Don Mattingly. So we're going to hope to salvage that one because that's a one you always want to throw down. Donnie Baseball. We got a Steve Finley, Mike Heath, Jay Howell, Eric Plunk, Felix Furman, Mark McGuire. That works. Sweet Dreams Liberty, Luis Aquino, Ruben Sierra, a Ben McDonald rookie, Rafael Palmeiro, Tim Wallach, Mike Moore, Charlie Liebrandt, Pete O'Brien, and Alfredo Griffin. I feel so bad for my wife right now. She is probably deluged. Ian, bring some towels up here. Yeah, we went out this morning because her birthday's coming up this week, and we went out this morning. Me and her both went and got pedicures, and she got a manicure. And being the loving husband that I am, I went and got a color put on. We got a Matt Williams with the glue on the back. We'll set that to the side. There's that. We got a Roger Clemens right off the bat. That's always nice. Matt Noakes, BJ Surhoff, Orlando Rooms, Brian Harper, Tom Hinkie, Eric Hansen, Steve Avery rookie, that's always nice. Steve Wilson, Keith Hernandez, Bill Spears, Craig Leppertz, Bob Walk, Ken Griffey Jr., it's always nice. And then a Julio Franco MVP. Yes, sir. That was a great pack right there. Anytime you get a Griffey, it's always a great pack. These must have been pressed with stuff on top of them in the heat for a while because these aren't even playing. All right. Bob Welch is in the back. We got the puzzle pieces. Terry Paul, Chuck Finley, and a Griffey Jr. Diamond King. Yes, sir. That's what I like to see. Ted Higuera, Bob Malacky, Frank Williams, Jeff Hamilton, Steve Balboni, Greg Swindell, Ricky Henderson. Yes, sir. Bobby Witt, Tom Gordon, Marquise Grissom. Got a Kevin Brown and a Mark Langston. That's had to have been what it was. This was in a box with stuff on top of it, compressing it, because these are tightly compressed. And I mean, they'd probably grade out pretty dang good if you went and had them graded. All right, one in the back was a Mark Davis. And we got the puzzle pieces. Got a Bob Boone, Doug Jones, Jose Gonzalez, Walt Terrell, Nick Izaski, Mike Henneman, Jim Gantner, Kevin Mitchell MVP, Pascal Perez, Eric King, Burt Behomblai 11, Gerald Young, Todd Worrell, Lenny Dykstra, and a Tom Browning. All right, we are getting some more done. We got Jose Uribe. He was the glue card, is what we're going to call him from now on. We got the puzzle piece. Steve Bedrosian, Bobby Bowe, Derek Lilliquist, Lloyd McClendon, Randy Myers, Mike Score, Mike Flanagan, Gary Wayne. Got a Chris Bozio, Dwayne Ward, Juan Behringer, John Smoltz. And that is a John Smoltz and not a Tom Gladman, so that's a plus. Ron Darling, Jerome Walton, and Oda B. McDowell. Yeah, buddy, this is probably one of the worst boxes that we broke open on the channel. You know what I mean? And we've done quite a few. Rick Cerrone, the puzzles, Sid Bream, Chris James, Ron Oster, Mike Maddox, Craig Biggio, Terry Pendleton, Ivan Calderon, Dick Schofield, Jeff Russell, Greg Vaughn, Tim Burke, Dave Parker, Danny Tartable, Mike Sosha, and a Dave Brigetti. It's like we've seen that same pack before. So, I mean, you always try to want to get a set by a box, but you know you can't do that these days. Well, even in the 90s, you couldn't do it, really. I mean, you'd come close, but you wouldn't get the whole set. There'd be people you'd still have to get. So, puzzle piece. Here's the back one. Tracy Jones. So we got Lou Whitaker, Joe Orsulak, Greg Brock, Ellis Burks Diamond Kings. Another checklist. That's always nice. Kevin Mitchell All-Star, Les Lancaster, Mark Guthrie, Billy Hatcher, Guillermo Hernandez, Don Carmen, Bob Tewksbury, Julio Franco, All-Star, and Yastrzemski. This right here is the Yastrzemski. This is what the puzzle is going to look like. That you put it together, that's what the puzzle looks like. So we'll set that there. And a Kelly Mann rookie. So that was a fairly decent pack. Okay, this is the last pack of that back corner. So now we've got 1/4 left to go. We've officially done 3/4 of the box. So we're working on our last, after this pack, we're working on our last quarter. So we get the puzzles. Glenn Allen Hill was the glue card. Set that back. Got a Mike Greenwell, MVP. Tony Armas. We got a Bo Jackson Diamond King. That's nice. Checklist. Dang, this is a good pack so far. 1, 2, 3 subsets. Von Hayes, Roy Smith, Jerry Kutzler, Mark Thurmond, Jeff Robinson, Greg Swindell, Mauro Golzo, Kelly Downs, Jeff Ennis, Mike Jeffcoat, Greg Vaughn, and a Ken Hill. That was a pretty good pack. 2 MVPs and a friggin' Diamond King? Yes, sir, and it was Bo Jackson at that. Kids these days just don't understand seeing Bo Jackson as a kid. Like watching him play. All right, who'd we lose? Jerry Reed. He's the glue card. Then you got Von Hayes, Glenn Allen Hill, Gary Ward, Dave Stewart All-Star, Mike Felder, Mike Sharperson, Greg Myers, Gerald Clark, Willie Frazier, Eric Davis MVP, All Can Boyd, my wife picks on me on how I say it, Will Clark All-Star, Ed Whitson Diamond King, Paul Sorrento, and a John Olerud. He was a star back in the day. But yeah, kids these days just don't understand watching Bo Jackson as a kid play football or baseball and what he did. And, I mean, you just don't see it no more. He wanted what was best for everybody. He was pissed off because what happened, he was in college at Auburn playing football and baseball. The Tampa Bay Bucks wanted to draft him. They had the #1 draft pick. They were going to draft him #1. About a month before the draft, Tampa Bay had him fly on an airplane and go to Tampa Bay. Well, they said they cleared it with the SEC and cleared it with the NCAA, but they didn't. So what happened was he couldn't play baseball anymore. So Larry McWilliams was the glue card, and then we got the puzzle pieces. So what happened was when he got banned from baseball he was no longer considered an amateur. So when the Buccaneers drafted him first round, first pick in the NFL draft, he didn't go. He didn't play. And then he was drafted in the baseball draft by the Royals, played baseball for a year. Well, the next year, the Buccaneers had lost the rights to Bo Jackson. So the Raiders picked him up in the 7th round. And that's how the Raiders got Bo Jackson. That's my lovely wife. Came in, soaking wet. We got her some towels so she's able to dry off. So we foretold what happened with my wife. So Kurt Wilkerson, Terry Kennedy, Tony Gwynn All-Star, Tony Castillo, Dave Justice, George Canal, Chris Carpenter, Todd Froworth, Wade Boggs All-Star, Sean Hilligus, Rick Leach, Gary Eve, a checklist, Pete Harnish, and a Tom Pagnozzi. So that, kids, is the story of how Babe Ruth defied the NFL because he was pissed off. And you don't see many players doing that anymore because it seems like all they care about is the max money right now, and instead of doing for themselves, they don't care about anybody else. They only care about themselves. And people said Bo Jackson kind of did that, but no, he did what he needed to do because they screwed him out of playing baseball. That's his favorite sport. Actually, baseball was his #1 sport. Bobby Ojeda was the first pick, or the glue card, I should say. Rick Ruschel, Paul Gibson, Steve Lyons, Francisco Cabrera, Jamie Navarro, Brian Downing, Diamond Kings. Then we got a checklist. Jose Oquendo, Rick Sutcliffe, Gary Getty, Tom Glavine, yes sir, Bo Diaz, Steve Jelty, Jack Clark, and Eric Yelding. So guys, we are 6 packs left out of this box of Donruss 1990. Let's see what else we can pull out of here. All right, we got a Tony Fernandez is the glue card. We'll set that off to the side. We got the puzzle pieces. Ooh, that's snazzy. Sandy Alomar Jr. rated rookie. Fred Manrique, got an Oral Hershiser MVP. Dennis Martinez, Dave Stewart, George Brett. George Brett, funny thing about George Brett, when Bo Jackson got to the Royals, he put signed autographs, pictures, in everybody's locker on the Royals. George Brett took them and collected them because nobody cared about that. Only Bo did. Bo thought they did, but they didn't. And George Brett's like, I'm going to keep them. So he kept a lot of them. Jerry Brown, Mike Morgan, Lee Getterman, Dwight Evans, Greg Minton, Dave Stewart MVP, Billy Ripken. A year or so ago before this card came out, he had the bat on the bottom. It was a Fleer card, Fleer 89, and it said fuckface on the bottom of the card. That's a pretty good card. And I'll have a box of that here shortly. So we're going to open that and see if we can find that card. We got a Dave Stewart Diamond King. Then we got a Wally Backman. All right. Sorry if you hear my wife in the background. She's trying to get our dogs in the house because it's storming and she's screaming. So pardon her. All right. We are trying to open this up. All right. Got the puzzle. Got a Joe Carter as the glue card, I should say. So we got Brian Holman, Mitch Webster, Ernest Riles, Barry Bonds, yes sir, finally. Jose Rijo, John Smoltz, Roberto Alomar, Joe McGrain, John Kruk, Jesse Orozco, Ron Kittle, Julio Franco, Chili Davis, Shuby Brooks, and a Jose Canseco. Yes, sir. Jose is one card back from getting glued. Sad we got that Don Mattingly that was glued. All right. Glue card for this box is going to be a Kevin Elster. And then we got the cards. So we got Kurt Stillwell, Lee Smith, John Dobson, Andy Hawkins, Gerald Perry, Gary Carter, Craig Worthington, Ozzie Guillen. Got a John Franco Diamond King, and right behind it, a John Franco. That's cool. Jeff Reardon, Kelly Gruber, Alvin Davis, Kent Merker rookie, and a Greg Maddux. Yes, sir. 3 packs left of this 1990 box of Donruss cards that had the stickingest wax packs I've ever had. Even, well, I don't think it would have happened brand new, but still. So this is what we're dealing with right now. Glue card, Walt Weiss. Then we got the puzzle pieces. We've got Robin Yount, Robbie Thompson, Jeff Robinson, Dave Valley, Tony Gwynn MVP, yes sir, Rick Ruschel, Glenn Davis, Jacksonville, Florida, yes sir, Jim Abbott, great pitcher, Pete O'Brien, Diamond King, Paul Molitor, Cal Ripken, Alan Trammell, Mike Marshall, Steve Sachs, and a Joel Skinner. All right, the glue card. We got a Melito Perez, puzzles. Then we got a Gino Petrali, a Bo Jackson, yes sir. Robin Ventura rated rookie, Steve Buechele, Spike Owen, Carney Lansford, Brett Saberhagen, Brooke Jacoby, Eddie Murray, Dave LaPointe, Mike Greenwell, Chet Lemon, Rob Deere, Hojo, Howard Robinson, and Brian Smith. All right, guys, last pack of this box. Let's see who we can pull. Still haven't seen a Juan Gonzalez rookie. Hopefully, we can find one of those. And hopefully it's the one on the left, even though it was very limited run, but it would have been cool if we could get one. So we had a Junior Felix, which was the glue card. Then we had the puzzle pieces. Wally Joyner, Dave Smith, Milt Thompson, Ricky Jordan, Barry Larkin, Greg Harris, Kurt Manwaring, John Smiley, Jeff Treadway, Ryan Sandberg, Howard Johnson, Jeff Leonard, Dave Steib, Kent Urbach, and a Kevin Mitchell Diamond Kings. It's the last card. Well, guys, let's see who we got. There was, I think, 29, 27 MVPs. I got 21 MVPs, but there's a couple of doubles in there. Diamond Kings. There's a couple of doubles in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21. So yeah, with 21. So, alrighty guys. Thank you very much for coming out, and I'll see you soon. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.